Hello and welcome to NewFilmmakers Los Angeles in partnership with Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo. We're here at the South Park Center. I'm delighted to be joined with Negine with her movie, Faria. Let's take a look at the clip. I am so glad to have you here, and I just want to say welcome to the NewFilmmakers LA family. Thank you for being here last night, and thank you for bringing the story of you and your grandmother to us, because I will never forget it, and it was such an amazing experience to have at our film festival. So, for those that haven't seen it yet, tell us about the story and how it came about for you.
Of course. Well, thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you to NewFilmmakers. It was really such a treat to be a part of it. I'm here with my film Faria. It serves as a moving photograph, I feel like, of a conversation between my grandmother and I. Her name is Faria, and in Dari, Faria means joy. It was really important for me to create this beautiful memory-like film that depicts her energy. She really is one of the most joy-filled, beautiful people I know, and it was important for me to share it with the world and share our relationship.
Well, I want to say a personal thank you to Faria, because I thought you were mesmerizing on screen. And it's such a beautiful name as well, and of course, you know, it's a name that speaks joy, and that's to understand that true meaning. And like, your grandmother brings so much joy to the camera. Like you can feel joy in her energy, and you know, it's so special when you're bringing someone so personal to you, but also someone that means so much to you in your life. So when was that kind of moment of discovery for you, where you're like, I need to make this into a film? And how did you approach your joyous grandmother to be part of the role and be in it?
Yeah, I think I first thought of the film when I was driving. Mm-hmm. I love to just listen to music and drive, and I feel like that's a lot of where my ideas and creative inspirations come from. And I think I was just thinking about her, and when I think about her, I think of colors almost, and I think of the sunset, and I think of Laguna Beach because she lives around there. And you know, it's the film. It merges a creative aspect and also a documentary-like one too, because you know, we're in Afghan dresses, and she's singing a lullaby to me, one that she sang to me when I was a kid, and it was just like a little vision that I saw in my head, and I just knew that I wanted to create something not really for anyone else, but for her. I wanted to make her feel just really seen and loved. And I think with our elders too, there's this yearning to just hold on to them forever, you know? And I really wanted to just do something that captured who she is to me and how she feels to me. And then it's so cool too, because while I was doing the film, I realized she's such a natural.
Yeah. She needs a Hollywood career, basically. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And one thing that I've always loved to do with her is go to the movie theaters, and she loves the cinema so much. So I felt like her doing it was something she always wanted to do as well, because she was so good at it.
I love that was part of her favorite memories as well, you know, because she has this incredible, again, like a great actor, where you can see the vision within her eyes. You can see her memories. It was shining through. It was so visibly beautiful. I love how this film was shot. I love the colors, you know, I love the traditional, you know, Afghan dresses as well. Like it looked so wonderful on the screen. And even just the way that you were talking to each other and situated was just like so organic, and you just feel like you were both sharing this moment, that you were allowed us to all open up to this moment as well. And, you know, going through that together, I mean, this is someone that's very special to you. What did you learn from her and from like this experience, like being part of the process and being in this and sharing that? Because I'm sure you always discover new things about even the closest of people that you love in this kind of setting.
Yeah, yes, so true. I actually just wrapped another short film called Haram Salami, and I actually brought in my mom for that. And I'm also an actress, so
Yeah.
getting to act with my mom by my side. So now I've gotten to act with her, and I also brought in my aunts.
Yeah, I was gonna say, you've got your auntie too.
Yeah, my aunt's in it, and then my grandma was in, Faria. So at this point, it's something so special. I really can't recommend it enough. I mean, it's not easy to bring in non-actors all the time, but it allows your relationship to go to this place where it's never really gone before. I felt so close to my mom, getting to create with her, and Faria was more asking questions, getting real answers, but in Haram Salami, I got to just like sit down with my mom and talk to her about the scene and what it means to her and who she knows that had these similar experiences. So we really just bonded in this really beautiful way that I've never done before.
That's so special.
It was really special.
Not to mention you've got a very talented family. Goodness, like that's lovely. Man, it must be so special to engage in those moments together. I think one of the things that was so, wonderful, even just the kind of through generations to like pass down of what obviously you're experiencing with your grandma, someone you look up to, but being in a place like the United States as well, where you've got a lot of people, whether it be parents, grandparents, or yourself, coming from different countries. What was so great was just this sort of celebration of her memories of Afghanistan and what she grew up and what she misses, the smells, the food, all of those things. And I'm just curious, going into all of that, like knowing your grandmother, knowing what hopefully you wanted to expect from the film, what did you want your audience to take in and experience from your film?
I think that being Afghan is, for me, when I think about it, I think of our delicious and beautiful food, our beautiful dresses, our language, the way we talk to each other, and especially when we're being loving, like, we say, you're my jigar to someone that you love, and that means you're my liver. So it's like, it's such a beautiful, rich language and culture. But when you see anything that regards to Afghanistan on TV and media, it's so wrapped up in like darkness and feelings of just sadness and war, and that obviously exists. That exists in so many different cultures. But I wanted to see something that really represented what Afghanistan feels like to me, and for me, it's my joyful family. It's my grandmother, my parents. It's our music. It's it's saffron. It's pomegranates. It's it's so much more than what the world has seen, and I'm excited for the world to know more about it, because there is so much to learn about Afghanistan and its people.
Yeah, and until people like yourselves make a film like that, we don't get to see it, which is why it's so important that you're making film and doing what you do. What does your grandmother feel now she's a star? How has the reaction been?
My friend Tara Violet Niami, she was also the DP of Faria.
Good job.
Her and I did a festival in Highland Park back when the film came out, and we wanted to premiere our film there, but we also wanted to bring in other films to celebrate as well, because I think that's what filmmaking is. It's about sharing and learning, and getting to do that as a community is what really enriches the reason behind even being a filmmaker. So we got to do that, and my grandma came out and my aunts came out, and she saw herself on the big screen.
Oh.
And she sat next to my friends, who told me that she was giggling the whole time. She was giggling the whole time the film was running, and it's short, it's like 5 minutes, so I felt like she really was lit up by it, and that was something very special for me, and I'm really happy I got to do that, and that she got to see herself in that way.
Well, you both honestly have so much presence on screen, like both of you. Like, it was special to see obviously this relationship with someone that's personal to you, but you both just have that shining star element to you. You know, you can just the mannerisms, the movements, but just how you can just take us through the memories, through your eyes, through, you know, your experiences. It was really, really special to watch. What is going on next? Because I know you've got to probably try and bring in every family member at this point, because you know everyone's going to get jealous soon. What's coming next for you, Negine?
We're in post-production right now for Haram Salami. Hoping it's a comedy about 3 generations of Afghan women, kind of questioning cultural differences and whether or not to pursue art as a career and if that's sustainable. It's a comedy, and hopefully have a festival run and get to share it with the world.
As a creative artist, do you have like any kind of things that you go by, that you stand by, Pete? Any advice you would share for filmmakers that will just love to follow in your footsteps?
Yeah, I mean, it's all about the intention at the end of the day. Why do you want to tell a story? What are the themes that really resonate with you and that you want to share with the world? It's really important to have a strong grasp on why you want to do film. And it's really important to remember at the end of the day that filmmaking is also an act of resistance to so many people and to, you know, so many of our oppressors. The biggest weapon is a camera, and it's not actually a weapon at all. It's a reflection, and to a lot of people that is the most violent thing, is to like have something held up to you showing your actions. And I think that's why filmmakers should never stop telling their stories and other people's stories. It's really the strongest tool you can have, and don't let anybody tell you it's not. And I would just say that, you know, keep your friends close and uplift them, uplift each other, be good at talking to people, at being around people, and to, like you were saying too, just like to genuinely be interested in people. Humanity is like really the biggest reason we do all of this. It's the thing that brings us together. So
yeah, absolutely.
Just remember that, and bring those ones that you trust closer, and, you know, always make sure to support them.
Absolutely. I mean, that's perfection. It's everything that you need, the ingredients to begin any creative process. But no, thank you so much. Thank you for bringing your film to us. You need to keep bringing more films to us. We need the whole family involved, okay?
Yeah,
like,
they'll
please,
all be here.
please bring them all. But thank you. This is really, really special, and thank you for sharing your story and your grandmother's story to the universe. So appreciate you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you to
very
New
much.
Filmmakers.
Thank you.